See, as we honor you, we give you glory, Lord. Anybody want to give him glory tonight? Will you just rise to your feet as we bless him? 20 wonderful years, 20 wonderful years. We give you glory now as we honor you.
Information provided by the speakers and or presenter on Facebook and YouTube is for general informational purposes only. All information is provided in good faith. However, Constructive Talk makes no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, adequacy, validity, reliability, availability, or completeness of this information.
Let me hear your voice sing more like you. Sing more like one more time, just sing more like you. More like you. More like you. Ooh. Put your loving arms over me. I'm standing unworthy. Wash me in your cleansing blood. I'm the one that preaching one miracle. Did you say you don't know me? Put your loving arms over me. Lord, just cover me. Come on, sing. Put your loving arms over me. I'm standing unworthy. Wash me in your cleansing blood. Take away impurity. I don't want to preach. Then you say you don't know me. Put your loving arms over me. Come on, lift him up, buck. Put your loving arms over me. I'm standing unworthy. Sing, wash me in your cleansing blood. Take away impurity. I don't want to preach. I don't want to preach and work miracles. And then you say you don't know me. Put your loving arms over me. Put your loving arms over me. Listen, lift your hands right. I'm cold and I am weak. My knees buckle in the fear. Let them down and bend the knees. This burden that I hold, I just can't bear it alone. There's a silent one. Oh, listen, the darkness in this world is a temptation to, come on, see it, my flesh tastes it sweet, and I am drawn to defeat. But they say I'm anointed, holy, I'm not fit. Put your loving arms over me. Put your loving arms over me. Lift your hands right now. Overflow in this place. Fill our hearts with your love. Your love surrounds us. You're the reason we came to encounter your love. Your love. Come on. Overflow in this place. Overflow in this place. Fill our hearts with your love. Fill our hearts with your love. Your love surrounds us. You're the reason we come. You're the reason we do encounter. Encounter your love. Surrounds us. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Come on, one more time. One more time. Overflow in this place. Come on, Shema. Sing overflow. Overflow in this place. Fill our hearts with your love. Your love surrounds us. You're the reason we came. You're the reason we came to encounter your love. Surrounds us. Come on, down. Lift your hands right now and worship. Worship the Lord.
All right, so good evening, good afternoon. I say good evening. I so accustomed being all in the evening time. Good afternoon, everyone. You're hearing my voice, but you're not seeing me because constructive talk is we have an important interview to do today, and this interview is with a young man from the Siparia Regional Corporation, and what is happening at the Siparia Regional Corporation. It's very important that we understand what is happening in the Siparia Regional Corporation. And you need to share the link, tell somebody that we are on. Yeah, it's an unusual time, but I know that people are going to watch it over. Right? I know that for sure. So I just want to introduce my guest who is with me. Today is an interesting day, You have been making the news. How much days, boy?
2 days.
Go ahead.
About 2 consecutive days.
2 days, you say, no?
Yeah.
I don't hear any. I don't want to hear any.
Might check 1, 2.
Right, go ahead,
Good day. Good day to all the viewers. Thank you, Pastor Google, for having me on. Pastor, there's one correction that I have to make to your introduction there.
What was that?
It is the Siparia Borough Corporation.
It's not city?
It's not a city as yet. Probably when the People's National Movement takes over and regains office, we'll make it a city. But
Okay.
it is the
Okay, it's a borough.
The borough of Siparia.
All right, so introduce yourself to the people and tell them what area you represent in the borough of Siparia. And while you all are coming on, please share the live. All right, please share the live and tell somebody that we are here to talk about what's happening in the Siparia
Borough
Corporation.
All right, good day. My name is Anton Alpha George. I am the councillor for the electoral district of Palo Seco in the Siparia Borough Corporation. My district spans from Lasiro. If you know Lasiro Beach, those of you familiar with it, exiting the beach, you come onto the SSA main road. Every street on the right hand side, straight up to Siparia Kura Road, and then we enter Kura Road straight down to Kura Branch Road. All associated streets on the right hand side belong to the district of Palo Seco. This is my first term as a councillor. I entered the electoral politics in 2023's local government election, and so far it has been a rewarding experience in terms of seeing the satisfaction of burgesses when you're able to assist them. And then there are times like what happened recently where it's a bit troubling, it's a bit disturbing when you are about the people's business and there are individuals who pretend to be, and they are not so inclined to really serve, but they are more inclined to gain airtime on the media.
You know, my Baba from Palaseco, I wonder if you know him, boy.
Who that be?
His name is Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Okay, Alexander.
Yeah, man, you're a good Baba, but your Baba fall in my area. I know Ronnie Alexander.
Yeah, Ronnie Alexander.
Yeah.
You see him very good?
Yeah. Ronnie was one of the guys that walked in my wedding.
You serious?
Yeah, small world. small world.
Wow. That's interesting. So what made you get into politics? So before we get into the real nitty-gritty of why you are here, and while we wait for people to join us on the live, what made you get into the politics?
Well, my grandfather and I, we had an extremely close relationship. Before he transitioned, my grandfather had Alzheimer's.
Okay.
He resided in the US of A, and we went to visit him. I spent 3 days in the house with my grandfather, and he didn't recognize me until the last couple of minutes before I left the house. And before we left, he said, "Ton," he calls me Ton. He used to stutter. So he said, "Ton, what are you doing here?" I said, "Grandpa, here 3 days, boy." He said, "You serious?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, before you leave, I just want to talk to you and your wife and pray with all this." So I was like, "All right, no problem." So we had a brief conversation, and he said, "I just want to remember 3 things for me. Love God, love your family, and don't forget where you come from." The last part, don't forget where you come from, that stood out to me. And one of the fastest ways, I believe, to effect change in anything, anywhere, is through politics.
Right.
So I offered myself at the local government level, and that has, well, I began interacting with the party groups and that kind of stuff. And, here I am today in politics as the councillor for the electoral district of Palo Seco.
Wow. So that is interesting, eh? That's interesting. That is all falls into actually knowing your purpose and fulfilling your purpose on the earth. A lot of people haven't yet grabbed hold of what is their purpose and why they have been placed on the earth. And when you could understand what is your purpose and why you have been placed on the earth, it makes your life worth living. And I heard you said just now that, what satisfies you is when you are able to do something for your community and see the smile and the satisfaction on people's face that, hey, councillor did that,
Yeah. There are incidents where, well, first, let's be honest, right? Not everyone says thank you, right? We know that. But for those persons who return after you do something, right? And I know some people would say, well, that's your work, that's what we put you there for, and they may not understand the challenges associated with achieving these goals, these targets, right? There was one community in particular I was able to assist with getting water, and that brought so much joy to those individuals' heart. And up to this day, sometimes I would just pass through, hey, how you going? And hey, boy, we'll never forget. Thanks, you know. And it's not that you're looking for the accolades or you're looking for the thanks, but it motivates you to push harder and try in other areas to assist the people as much as possible.
That is important, eh? That is important. And people can say what they want. A simple thank you does go a long way.
Yeah.
Because it makes you know that people appreciate what you are doing. You know,
the sacrifices associated with the battles associated with obtaining help for people.
So you know, and I want to thank my good friend to Aquila, because this connection is really through the me of Diego Martin. She said to me, she said, Google, I know you want to deal with my matter, but I think what going on in Siparia a little more important than my situation. That's what she said to me.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I'd like to say thank you to the mayor of Diego Martin for making this connection.
Yeah, because and I can tell you, because I wanted Aquila to come on to deal with this situation that she was faced with, that disrespectful situation that she was faced with in her community. But she was willing to put her issue aside, because she said to me, Google, the narrative that is going out there is wrong and I want it fixed.
All right. And that is the beauty of teamwork. And when you can work together within an organization to effect change, not everyone will have the opportunity to score the goal at the same time, if you understand that parable. Right? At different times, different persons will get an opportunity, but as a team, we will always shine and win. So thank you very much, Mayor, for making this connection and making this sacrifice.
All right. So we're going to get into the discussion. We're going to get into why you are here. And we're going to get into a little bit of tell us how things going right now in the Siparia Regional Corporation. So what I want to do, I want to play for the nation what is going on. All right. So I can play this clip?
No problem. Go ahead.
So I'm going to play this clip and we're going to come back and we're going to get into the discussion of how all of this started.
No problem.
Because the news giving a certain narrative, but we have you here firsthand who could tell us what it is took place.
The Siparia Borough Corporation erupted in chaos today, ending with Deputy Mayor Shankar Tilak Singh being escorted out of a public health committee meeting by police. It follows this heated exchange with the chairman. The incident stemmed from a debate over drainage issues in Capitaville Cedros, with the PNM-led committee ultimately voting to have Tilak Singh removed from the chamber under the standing orders. Siparia Mayor Dudnath Meru told CNC3 News the chairman had the authority to remove Tilak Singh because the PNM now holds a majority of votes. Meru says the balance of power in the corporation shifted after Councillor Ramona Victor was killed last November, and UNC Alderman Victor Roberts crossed the floor to the PNM, giving them a 7-5 majority in the corporation. Public Health Committee Chairman Anton George says Tilak Singh's removal from the chamber was necessary because he failed to respect the authority of the chair.
We are about service to all. Again, I reiterate, he could have been suspended according to the standing orders for a maximum of 40 days. In the first instance, he could have been suspended for 21 days. And we did not do that. We just asked him to remove himself. I do not know why the member is continually saying that we suspended him. He was asked to be removed from the meeting. He called for a division was taken, and members voted for him to remove himself from the meeting and cool himself and come back, but he chose not to.
But Tilak Singh says he was simply representing his constituents and was treated unfairly.
The political councillor became the chairman under questionable circumstances, again, which the council was hijacked in our statutory meeting when our sister had passed away and the seat of that seat became vacant. And hence the reason why these questions arise of his intention right? I was suspended only at the public health meeting where he chaired. The only person who can suspend a member, right, via motion, it is the mayor.
CNC3 News reached out to local government minister Khadija Amin about the incident, and we are awaiting her response.
Oh gosh. Hey, what is this we hearing in this place, right? So, first to begin, how did all of this start? Because the man is saying the only person who have the authority to suspend him or whatever is the mayor. So he is basically saying he can sit down at a meeting and disrupt the meeting, make drama in the meeting, whatever, and none of them can do anything. Maybe I get it wrong. But you tell us, what really took place in this meeting? Because, as I said to you off mic, Siparia Borough,
Yes.
is the Prime Minister Borough, you know. That's her constituency, you know.
That is correct.
And if under the Prime Minister's constituency there's drama, bacchanal and confusion, they don't even have the majority in that borough.
No.
So talk to us. Because I believe that this borough could shake up this country right now.
All right. So let me. I just want to deal with one thing that was said there, where he says that I did not have the authority as the chair to suspend him or to evict him from the meeting, while his own mayor indicated in the Daily Press that I had the authority to. It is obvious that this councillor is not aware of the standing orders of the Siparia Borough Corporation. He pretends to know. He claims to know. But he is full. It's so shameful that someone who has been in council for so long does not understand the standing orders of Siparia Borough Corporation. Let me go to the beginning. We were having our public health committee meeting. The meeting was proceeding very smoothly. At the onset of the meeting, I indicated to all members that we should be respectful to each other. We should be respectful to members of administration, because we all work together. We all, after the meetings, our intention is to serve the people.
Right.
So here we are, proceeding with the meeting, and it is the member's turn to make his contribution. And he makes his contribution. He's making his contribution.
Right.
The issue in particular refers to. Just give me 1 second. Let me just pull it up here. I don't want to
give misinformation.
That's correct.
Remember, you need to share the live, and if you're from Palaseco and Siparia, you need to be listening right now. Go ahead.
Right. So the issue pertains to Chin Yin Key Street. There's a drain that is blocked there. Right.
Right.
So he's making his contribution, which was made last month. He continues along the same line. Our investigation was done. The public health administrator at the time had submitted their report and indicated that it needed to be transferred to the transport department of the corporation, which would send in equipment to clear.
Right.
So apparently the councillor was not happy with that response, but there's nothing that the public health department could do, because you need heavy equipment to clear it. So he continued expressing his dissatisfaction with the response.
Right.
Even as we provided alternative solutions, because we also indicated that we would send another public health staff along with the technical department team so they can investigate it thoroughly and come to the bottom of it, because at the end of the day we are about serving the people.
Right.
He got up and he began in his loud outburst. He's not satisfied, and as in parliament, as in councils throughout the country, there will be some level of crosstalk. Right. We have seen it. So to pretend that it does not exist It's the furthest thing from the truth.
Beautiful.
So there was a little crosstalk, and I interjected, and I told the member, the alderman at the time, to leave the councillor alone, let him make his contribution. He continued. Apparently there was some crosstalk again, and the both of them started arguing, and I stood to my feet. When a chairman of any meeting stands to their feet, all members must sit.
Right, just like in Parliament.
That's correct.
Go ahead.
All members must sit.
Beautiful.
The alderman took his seat, the councillor did not. And he began to challenge the chair. I do not care about you. I'm challenging the chair today. I will have my say. I go deal with all your, a number of outbursts. Right? Even through that, he made statements where we found to be not true. He indicated that there's a chikungunya outbreak in Cedros. Everybody took a gasp, because when was the last time you heard about chikungunya?
A while.
All right. So, thank God, at the meeting we had a representative from the public health, from the Ministry of Health, sorry. And I asked the individual, to the best of your knowledge, do you know of any chikungunya outbreak in Cedros? And the individual responded that they don't have any such information. So I said, you know what? This, before I came here today, I passed by the ministry in Siparia, in the public administration building, and I went in and I asked them, do you all have any information about a chikungunya outbreak anywhere in Trinidad and Tobago? And the staff told me, no, they are not aware of anything like that. Okay. So again, and time again, this councillor is proving that he has a credibility issue. Right. I can say it in another way, but I choose to put it like that.
Let's put it in that diplomatic way.
Right, he has a credibility issue. And it was difficult. Here you have a councillor, a person who you normally work with, indicating, because in the past we had a good relationship. We would talk about issues, he would share ideas, I would share ideas. We had a working relationship. And for this individual to be staring at you and indicating that he is not going to acknowledge the chair. And the reason why I'm saying the chair, because whoever sits in the chair at that point in time has the authority. So when the UNC member may sit there, they have the authority. If a PNM member sits there, they have the authority. And he was actually saying that, not so much disrespecting me, but whoever member of council sits there, he will be challenging it. That is my interpretation, because one challenge to the chair means a challenge to all the persons who sits on that chair. Right? So I did it reluctantly, because he even told me that suspend me, put me out, I'm not listening to you today. You know.
So you all do have these things recorded?
We have note takers. We do have recording devices, but the recording devices are primarily used so that the
note takers could
be accurate.
Right. So there is because I know that in some of the rooms there are microphones.
Yeah.
And the microphones are connected to computers which record.
We don't have that luxury at Siparia.
You only need to get that.
Yeah.
Because what he can challenge your statements. But if you have it, because I remember there was a video that was circulated from the Siparia regional, from the Siparia Borough, where was something that happened. And somebody take out their phone. It was a voting, voting on something. And they take out their phone and they were taping it, because the belief was that if we tell Ole won't believe. So that we tape it and show Ole, and then we believe. And we saw the video went viral.
But there's an issue there that you are raising, because no meetings, sorry, let me rephrase that. There's one public meeting of the council, which is the statutory meeting where members of the public may attend.
Right.
And therefore, that is the only meeting, I stand to be corrected, that may be televised or
recorded. Yes.
So this was a private
Oh,
sitting.
that's a private sitting.
So the individual who did that has broken, in my humble opinion, a law.
Confidentiality too.
You understand? So we will have to look into that and see what would be the outcome, because that it was very disheartening to see a piece.
Oh, that.
Yes.
Oh.
If the person had taped the entirety and the entirety was shared, it would have shown the behavior of the member.
Yeah, but they only show you.
Oh, they only show when we were
Hey,
having the discourse.
just now. Let's show that again. We're going to show that again. No, we need to show that again. No, it's this part here. Let's see where it is. Let's see if I can pull it exactly where it was. This part here. Let it go on, Lemon?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, yeah. So the person was taping and that person was in the meeting.
That's correct. So we have our suspicions as to who it may have been, but we will deal with that in council. I prefer not to mention our course of action at this point in time.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because there's another aspect of it that I didn't know about, or I didn't realize. What you said, that it is a private.
Yeah.
It's private, so nobody is supposed to. It's like a board meeting,
That's correct.
and you have directors and no director really supposed to take out their phone and tape the meeting.
That is correct.
Wow. Let's play it for them to see now. Take a listen. This is what Councillor
George.
This is what Councillor George is talking about. Take a listen to this.
The Siparia Borough Corporation erupted in chaos today, ending with Deputy Mayor Shankati Luxing being escorted out of a Public Health Committee meeting by police. It follows this heated exchange with the chairman. The incident stemmed from a debate over drainage issues in Capitaville Cedros, with the PNM-led committee ultimately voting to have Luxing removed from the chamber under the standing orders. Siparia Mayor Dudnath Meru told CNC3 News the chairman had the authority to remove Luxing because the PNM now holds a majority of votes. Meru says the balance of power in the corporation shifted after Councillor Ramona Victor was killed last November, and UNC Alderman Victor Roberts crossed the floor to the PNM, giving them a 7-5 majority in the corporation. Public Health Committee Chairman Anton George says Luxing's removal from the chamber was necessary because he failed to respect the authority of the chair.
We are about service to all. Again, I reiterate, he could have been suspended according to the standing orders for a maximum of 40 days. In the first instance, he could have been suspended for 21 days. And we did not do that. We just asked him to remove himself. I do not know why the member is continually saying that we suspended him.
Again, I would say the member has a credibility issue.
Wow.
And the person that did the taping, it's very unfortunate. It should have been, if, you know what, again, if they had, like how I previously explained from the beginning, when he was making his contribution and they showed the entire process,
the entire process,
you know, it would have been a lot easier for everyone to understand. But I guess
Wow.
the person who did this taping is in favor.
Yeah, well, obviously, that person who did that taping know why they did the taping.
Yeah.
They know what their intentions were,
And
it was really to make you look in a certain light, to put you in a certain light.
but I believe that, you know, when you dig a hole for a person, sometimes you need to be careful you don't fall into that hole, or probably you should dig one for yourself at the same time, because the amount of support that I have been getting from members of the public, there are even persons from Cedros calling me and telling me, hey, you did the right thing, councillor.
Wow, and that's his area.
And that's his area. Interesting times ahead, people. Interesting times ahead. Because sometimes you try to destroy another person's character, and in that process, you are bringing yourself down.
But you see, again, for me, it's interesting that you would say that, because this corporation has always had issues. This borough has always had issues, eh?
Yeah.
I would have shared with you issues about misappropriation of funds.
Yeah.
Where the police came into the Siparia corporation at that time. It was not borough that time.
No, it was regional.
It was a regional corporation.
In
at that time.
2023, it became a borough.
And they had a problem with misappropriation of funds. The fraud squad, all kind of thing had to come in. And what they would have, what the news would have said was that, hey, people go in with checks to the bank and unable to cash the check. Why? Because everything questionable.
Now, I will only be able to speak on events post 2023, August 2023, right? I have seen those news clippings. I've read articles. The Siparia, then regional corporation, now borough corporation, has always had some issues. And to be quite frank and honest, most of those issues started when the UNC won the regional corporation. So in order to regain some sanity, to bring peace and stability back to the Siparia Borough Corporation, the Siparia region, I would advise members of the public, when the opportunity presents itself at the next local government election, ensure that you vote for every single PNM candidate and bring back stability to Siparia. Thank you.
So, I know you have some stuff you want to share.
Yes, because the member indicated that, I didn't use the correct standing orders, that I didn't, I was supposed to wait 5 minutes, which was ludicrous. So I was just going to state the section, and probably I can give you a copy, so probably you could post it after or something to that effect, so the public can see, because I went and I ensured that it is okay for me to share the standing orders with the public. So in section 28, I want to begin with this. The chairman shall be responsible for the observance of the standing orders relating to order in the council, and the chairman of a committee shall be responsible for the observance of the standing orders relating to order in the committee, and their decisions upon any point of order shall not be open to appeal, shall not be reviewed, except upon a substantive motion made after notice. So, I am not a lawyer. My field is project management. But I had the opportunity to do a number of law courses.
Right.
And this word shall is a very powerful word in law. So I would offer the member or the members of his team to take their time and read the standing orders. As I said earlier, the mayor indicated in the daily press that I did have the authority to suspend him.
Right.
So I would advise the member to speak to your mayor, get some guidance. I would like to move to another point here that is very important. A member who persists in standing after the chairman has risen and who refuses to resume to his seat when directed so, or persistently interrupts the chairman, shall be directed to withdraw from the remainder of the sitting or named for disregarding the authority of the chairman under the standing order.
Read that again.
A member who persists in standing after the chairman has risen and who refuses to resume his seat when directed so to do, or persistently interrupts the chairman, shall be directed to withdraw for the remainder of the sitting or name for disregarding the authority of the chairman under this standing order. So, you see, I was well within the standing orders, the laws that govern Siparia Borough Corporation, to have the councillor removed. I would even go further to read another area which I highlighted to the member. And it is when I highlighted this section that he regained his senses. Where a motion in subparagraph A is carried and a member is suspended, his suspension on the first occasion shall continue for 21 days, and on the second occasion for 30 days, and on the third or any subsequent occasion for 40 days. Right? Any allowance or remuneration to which the member is entitled as a member of the council or any committee, included sums due for the day of suspension, shall cease for the period of his suspension. So I'm not sure if it is because of the suspension or the fact that he would not get paid his stipend that he withdrew. But nonetheless, he withdrew.
Wow.
And after withdrawing, and I was about to continue the meeting, he began to interrupt me again. And that is when I stood and I said, with a heavy heart, I am asking for the member to remove himself for the rest of the sitting. At that point in time, the member said, I'm not going anywhere. You have to get the police to move me. He asked for the police to remove him. So I asked the officer, could you kindly remove the member from council? When the officer arrived at his seat, he indicated, I want a division. But the standing order clearly says that he did not need a division to be removed for the rest of the sitting.
So you removed him for the rest of the sitting?
That is correct.
So when he's going around saying that you suspended him?
Again, I would advise that the member read the standing orders, and again, I would say that he has a credibility issue. All right.
Oh gosh.
So,
hey, Trinidad and Tobago by extension, the world, you all are hearing this? So this man is all over the media. Try to soil your name by saying that you put him out and you suspend him. Now the man saying, you know.
It's quite unfortunate, and again, I keep on saying, it is time for sanity and decency to return to the borough of Siparia. People, you all are seeing, you all are listening. When the opportunity presents itself, come out in your numbers and remove the UNC from Siparia Borough Corporation. They have been in charge there for over 14 years. Over 14 years. And it has been 14 years of chaos.
What are you saying? Over 14 years, you saying? No?
Over 14 years. Yeah. That's a long time.
Very long time.
We need to get rid of them.
So just now, I watch it. Just go back a little bit. So the man started to act up.
Right.
Because the man realized that, you know what? This is not a walkover. This is not a pushover. Right? This is serious business.
Yep.
And you would have point out the standing orders to him.
That's correct.
None of his colleagues didn't say to him, hey, take it down now, brother.
No, and that was quite surprising also. But then there's so much infighting amongst themselves. They may have decided to allow him to take the fall. I was quite surprised when I saw a shot with all of them standing together. But nonetheless, this is politics, and he did not observe the standing orders. His team at that point in time did not indicate to him, hey, you are in contravention of the standing orders.
Why you think that the team didn't tell him anything? Why you think the team didn't tell him anything? Why you feel that the team just sit down and let him man? Because, and I understand you say that they in a disarray.
Yeah.
But still, come on, you making the team look bad.
Well, I really don't know To offer an excuse for them, I would prefer not to. But all I am saying is that that team is fragmented. They don't know what to do, how to do. And the days of bullying people are over. That is all I have to say concerning
that team.
Yeah.
You know, I said down here, I show you see me looking through the whole calendar, whole drive there. I'm trying to find a video to show you. You know, I don't talk things just so you know. I know why I say it. But I have my evidence. You know.
You know, there's something. There's one thing I could say. Last year, at some council meeting, the mayor indicated that he would be serving his councillor pre-action protocol letter. You know, I remember that.
Right.
Yeah. So
right.
They have their issues. I would prefer not to get involved in their issues. You know, I and the PNM team are focused on serving the people. We are trying to see.
Man, don't come on this program here. I know I see it. I know I have it. I have my evidence.
No, tell me.
Listen to me. Ask anybody about this program, they'll tell you. When I say something, I have my evidence to back it up.
All right.
I don't say nothing without having my facts. I'm going to go to jail for facts. Let them use the SOE to try to send me in jail for facts. But the reality of it is that, what I'm telling you, I don't say anything without having my evidence. And I will just show you what I'm talking about here now.
All right, let me see.
Because when you said it just now, you know, you make me feel as though I wasn't sure what I was saying that. You know, you make me feel like, Pastor Google, I don't want to discuss that because I don't have all the facts. I was before my time, and I just want to stay clear of anything. Right?
Yeah, that's before my time. You see original on the on the image here.
Yeah. So I want to show. Let me show my evidence now. Cool?
Go ahead.
You ready? You ready to hear the truth?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Revelation from the Siparia Regional Corporation.
A substantial amount of monies has been misappropriated, and it is now being investigated.
In an exclusive interview with CNC3 News today, Corporation Chairman Dinesh Sankasing confirmed that at least one administrative officer has been transferred, and he vows to help the police bring the matter to a close.
I should be interviewed somewhere later in the week together with the leader of the opposition chair with me, Mr. Davy said. And I just want to advise that the matter is being investigated. The money must be returned wherever it went. And I would strongly suggest that criminal investigations will take place to bring to justice whoever has misappropriated a substantial amount of money.
CNC3 News understands that one of the employees implicated in the scandal has been removed from her department, but several others are still on the job. Councillor for Avocat San Francisco Dudnath Meru, who has often spoken out against insufficient funds at the corporation, says it's an embarrassment.
But what has happened also is that when you go to the bank now with a check from the Siparia Regional Corporation, they either have to call the accounts department to verify the sum of the
authenticity
check
of it,
and authenticate the check.
Yeah.
Sometimes I understand that there's a listing that goes to the bank with all the payments that it made. So they have to leave the teller's counter and go down to the bank to verify once it's a check.
And PNM Councillor for La Brea, Gerald Davisat, says at least 3 fraudulent checks were issued last year.
This was a couple of months ago, long before the Christmas holiday. And please raise your red flag also is that sometimes when councillors get a stipend or the incidental, and they go to the bank. So one of the aldermen went to the bank with a very small amount of money and find it strange when the teller tell them to hold on, and they went to check public signatories. And then that's what I raised you at court. That is something that never happened.
Police have confirmed that they are investigating the allegations and have already seized the documents from the corporation. Radhika D. Silva, CNC 3 News.
I started to run when I scope out my country. I walk by a gun, ole, but that is what they promise we. A lot's going on in the sun, so I come here to bring wisdom, so we don't burn down. We lovely society. A new government has the assignment to put we country into alignment. But every time they read us with their ego, it's the vulnerable who feeling that below. Lord, is it ignorance or is it arrogance? I don't know what to call it in this instance. Look at paradise right in front we eyes, but we still want to talk about who we despise. Tell me where else can we go? If we start to mash up the good things we know. Tell me where else can we go? If we treat we traditions like a papi show, you could fix everything on we island. Put gunships on we back like a tyrant. You could put 10 radars all up Scarborough. But don't forget, this is Trinidad. We love we freedom, and every citizen will agree that no oppression will be accepted by our Trini. We come from long days on the ground, working hard until daylight come, so we'll see it wrong to be a financial donkey. Cause every day we see a new taxation that causing a new kind of sufferation. And when you don't create that irritation, you send police to fix with desperation. Lord, where's the common sense? Where's the true intent to make you think oppression is relevant? Don't be shocked, my friend, when we start to bend and you see them placards in front of the parliament. Tell me where else can we go? If we little children are not free to grow. Tell me where else can we go? If they try to ban the words in the calypso, you could try to stop social media or the taping of police murders. You could rewrite a bill like this also. But don't forget, this is Trinidad.
They call him the People's King, you know.
Yeah. That song was excellent. Don't forget, this is Trinidad. We have a beautiful country, but there are a few people who are trying to disrupt the social harmony that we have.
So tell me, how is people in your area living, boy? How are they surviving? How are they with all of the job loss and, not moving completely away from the discussion that we're having, but as a councillor, you're meeting people on a day-to-day who have been going through it. How have you been able to interact with these people? What are some of the cases that you have been able to that you have encountered and interacted with?
This is the part of the job that tends to break my heart a little bit, because when you come to my office or we have discussions, I usually let you sign the book. And when you sign the book, you state the issue that you're visiting for. And 90% of the persons that visit the office visit for employment. And that's astounding, right?
Stop. Before, was it like that?
Well, I wasn't the councillor prior to 2023, right?
No, but like I'm talking about before this government came into office. Was it like that?
I wouldn't say the number was that high. To be quite honest, it was probably, let me say, it would be 50-50, because people would be coming to seek help in their community, a road dispatch, fix cut the grass, clear the drain, that kind of thing.
And that's expected.
Yeah.
That's
but in terms of
like in terms of how they come in now.
No, it's totally different. The numbers are higher. And
so they come in for work. They come in to see people. They come in for a handout. They come in for a hamper. They come in for work.
The majority of individuals who visit, they actually ask, councillor, can you assist me in getting a job? I am willing to work. It doesn't matter what it is, I'm willing to work.
Wow.
Right?
And these people are people who used to work CPEP.
Yeah, CPEP workers, URP workers, reforestation, even young people, because a lot of young people not getting opportunities as before.
Right.
So it's kind of heartbreaking. One of the things that kind of saving our region from descending into anarchy is the fact that we still have a love in our community, where you could still ask your neighbor for a hand of fig. You know, if somebody plans something, they go say, hey, hold that there, boy. You know, so that is the thing that is holding us together. And a lot of prayers. A lot of prayers. Because within our district, we have a number of churches. We have one mosque. We have one temple. And the religious leaders, as much as possible, because I speak to everyone. I may subscribe to a particular faith, but I have relationships, good working relationships with everyone else. And we all talk about the impacts that faith can have on society. You know, so it is heartbreaking with the job losses. The economy has slowed down within the district, within the borough, and businessmen are bawling. We have had a couple of closures of businesses. Again, this is the valley that we are going through, and I believe very soon we will be climbing back up to the mountaintop. The good days.
You know, because I hear you, and people are going through it. People are going through it, and and you see this young man here, I'm gonna play for you. It's from your area, right? He's from your community, and I want you to listen to what you have to say.
Okay.
Now, I know you're not going to agree with what you have to say, but I want you to listen to what you have to say. And you start to laugh. So you don't know who it is I'm going to play.
Yeah.
Take a listen to him.
You've seen it? That is it. For all the people who are saying it fake, all who saying it not real, yes, this is me here and my team. Yes, and we will be working in the new project that Anti-Cam have made for the people and them of Trinidad and Tobago. Good wages, yes, we are real happy with the wages right now. Yes, everything, it is what it is. Remember that when UNT win, everybody win. And Anti-Cam is providing employment for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. This is my team, or the see us here. We started today, and it is what it is. By the way, big up Mr. Clyde Elder, my minister, on his Earth Strong. Today is Mr. Clyde Elder's birthday. I want to say happy birthday to you. People who say two conk egg and foul bottom. The only mama guy people. It's not real. You're clunging people. It had no way to register. It's a myth. Well, let's see it. Tomorrow is our first day. Well, today we actually started today, but no heavy work is taking place today. Tomorrow, I will show all you the rest. Love and respect.
Don't say nothing. You just watch and relax yourself. Right? You to enjoy the little cold breeze, the little AC. You just watch and don't say nothing. But I just want people to know that there is a young man who is delusional. To me, he's delusional. You know, because you get through doesn't mean, and because you get through, brethren, there's still have people out there who won't get through. A lot of them who won't get through. And as you heard the councillor say, it are people who don't know where the next meal coming from. But thank God for the little green fig in people's yard that it will allow you to cut down the green fig. You boil some green fig and saltfish with a little dumpling and smoke herring sometimes, and things will work out.
Yeah, because we are a community that supports each other. No area is without its issues or ills. To say otherwise would be a lie. But we are a community that supports each other. And to the burgesses of the Palo Seco electoral district, those in Siparia, those in Corey, those in Santa Flora, those in Los Bajo, those in Palo Seco, Rancho, Los Charo, Sheila Lamarelle, any area within the district. If I forgot to call it your name, your section, please don't charge it to my head. Don't charge it to my heart. Charge it to my head. You know, we are.
What they call them? Fred Hammond and them group song, boy.
Yeah, commission.
That was commission song. You pull back there, boy.
Yeah.
Like you was a commission fan, no?
Yeah. I used to listen. I listen music.
Oh, okay.
I love music.
Yeah, I realize that.
So
he telling me where to end the song and thing, you know. He telling me, imagine that. They might show it, but he telling me, yeah, cut it where you say this is straight big.
Yeah. I used to do a bit of song engineering myself. Yeah,
where?
A bit of song engineering and
where? In church?
Yeah, and I was trained by Blowtops. Do you know if you're familiar with DJ Blowtops? Trex sound system.
Yeah,
they did some training. They did some training with us also.
Trex is back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Have a fella from Cookie, Open Bible. Very well known fella. He used to conduct the choir.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Who is that?
God, I forget his man's name, boy. He have a kind of heavy voice, a kind of tight tongue too.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who are now joining me, I have Mr. George here from the Siparia Borough. And he is here. We were talking about the incident that happened over this week. I've been hearing it since Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
It would have been Wednesday it started, yeah.
Right. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, he has been in the news. And he's here to inform us and to clear his name also. Because he name jumping up, you know, the UNC trying to soil his name a little bit. Make it look as though, you know, he was the one who got rid of suspended the councillor.
Well, I will take responsibility for his eviction, not for his suspension.
Not for his suspension. Right? So he's here clearing up the issue and also informing us about how important it is for people who live in the Siparia area for you all to take serious consideration of putting the People's National Movement
representatives to control the Siparia Borough Corporation in the upcoming local government election, whenever it may be called. It may be called next 2 months. It may be called after August 4th, 2026. might be called in 2027, but whenever it is called.
Might be called. It have to call it 2027.
Yeah. Well, they have the numbers where they can extend the time.
They will do that because they have always been a well, let me just say that, boy.
Anything is possible.
You want to say that they have always been a stickler for calling local because they beat upon Mr. Manning for putting off local.
That's correct.
So they have always been one to call local when local is constitutionally due. So let's pray and hope that that doesn't change. But what I'm looking at is how, and this is just me, how you all could really affect. You all have the trump card right now, you know, because how I see it is that this is the Prime Minister's constituency. There are issues in that because they don't hold the majority. Explain that to us. Because I was asking how it is. PNM holds the majority right now, but we can't put a mayor.
Okay, so currently there are 4 councillors that represent the PNM, and 2 aldermen. We have 5 UNC. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. We have 4 UNC councillors, 1 UNC alderman, and we have 1 self-proclaimed independent alderman in the corporation, which is Mr. Roberts.
No, don't do that.
What do you mean, don't do that? That is what the man said. He
there's
came in.
You want to call him man?
He came in.
You want to call him man?
The man came in. He was nominated by the UNC to be an alderman. The EBC appointed him an alderman, and for whatever reason, he has declared himself an independent alderman in the borough of Siparia. He said that he would be voting based on his conscience. That is what I recall. In the past, the recent past, there were times where issues were put to a vote and he voted based on his conscience with the PNM. So there were times that votes were required and he abstained. So that is a question that you will have to put to Mr. Roberts. Maybe you can interview him after.
May I tell you something? The news said that Mr. Victor Roberts is an alderman and he has crossed the floor. Is the news giving us false information, sir?
So let me put it like this. I am not aware that he has crossed the floor. He has not been in our caucuses.
Oh.
Right? So if indeed he had crossed the floor, he would have been in our caucuses. So I am subject to correction.
Let's listen to the news. Mm-hmm. Let's listen to the news again. Let us listen to what the news have to say.
The Siparia Borough Corporation erupted in chaos today, ending with Deputy Mayor Shankati Laksing being escorted out of a public health committee meeting by police. It follows this heated exchange with the chairman. The incident stemmed from a debate over drainage issues in Capitaville Cedros, with the PNM-led committee ultimately voting to have Laksing removed from the chamber under the standing orders. Siparia Mayor Dudnath Meru told CNC3 News the chairman had the authority to remove Laksing because the PNM now holds a majority of votes. Meru says the balance of power in the corporation shifted after Councillor Ramona Victor was killed last November, and UNC Alderman Victor Roberts crossed the floor to the PNM, giving them a 7-5 majority in the corporation. Public Health Committee Chairman Nath Meru told CNC3 News the chairman had the authority to remove Laksing because the PNM now holds a majority of votes. Meru says the balance of power in the corporation shifted after Councillor Ramona Victor was killed last November, and UNC Alderman Victor Roberts crossed the floor to the PNM, giving them a 7-5 majority in the corporation. Public Health Committee Chairman Anton George says Tilak Singh's removal from the chamber was necessary because he failed to respect the authority of the chair. Nath Meru told CNC3 News the chairman had the authority to issues in Captiville Cedros, with the PNM-led committee ultimately voting to have Tilak Singh removed from the chamber under the standing orders. Siparia Mayor Dude Nath Meru told CNC3 News the chairman had the authority to remove Tilak Singh because the PNM now holds a majority of votes. Meru says the balance of power in the corporation shifted after Councillor Ramona Victor was killed last November, and UNC Alderman Victor Roberts crossed the floor to the PNM, giving them a 7-5 majority in the corporation.
So you see it. So wait, just now. No, don't just now. Don't say anything as yet, sir. You hold your hand. The news just said to us that the mayor said that the PNM holds the majority because, one, the unfortunate death of a councillor, and one of their councillors, one of the UNC councillors had crossed the floor.
Yes, Councillor Jason Ali.
Right.
He had crossed the floor.
Jason Ali crossed the floor.
He has been in our caucuses.
Right. And
the mayor indicated that Victor Roberts, but as far as we are concerned, Victor Roberts has not been in our caucuses. So that may be the mayor's opinion, but we have not had any formal documentation or instructions to accept the gentleman as part of our caucuses. So probably the mayor is making an assumption. I am not sure, but as far as I'm aware, he is not part of our caucus, therefore he cannot be considered a PNM member. So
you see, you gave me jokes here now. You know?
No, I'm
yeah, you gave me jokes.
No.
Let me tell you why you're giving me jokes. You are trying to tell me, you're telling me
that there exists an independent alderman in the Siparia Borough Corporation. That is what I am saying. Please do not put any words in my mouth. I am saying that there's an independent alderman.
Yes.
And the genesis is he was selected by the UNC, appointed by the EBC.
Yes.
And when he came in, for whatever reason, the Mr. decided that he would be voting based on his conscience going forward.
Okay. So he doesn't sit in caucus with you guys?
No, he does not sit in the PNM
Jason
caucus.
Ali sit in caucus with you?
Yes, he does.
Okay. Well, then Jason Ali is a PNM.
That is correct.
Jason Ali is a PNM.
But regarding the alderman, I cannot say the same.
I need to interview him to find out.
I would suggest that.
Why are you being so formal? You're being too formal.
No, I'm not being formal.
You're being legally right now. I will suggest that. I will not say to you that you should or shouldn't, but I will suggest. You're being very formal.
No. As you are quite
I'm just
aware.
trying to make the discussion relax and cordial. Don't get over. Don't feel trying to get you to be out of yourself.
No. And I appreciate your role as someone in the media.
Right? No, don't say that. Don't say that. I like how you're saying that. We can look as though, I try to pry.
No.
And but trying to make you say something.
But that is the media's responsibility to pry. And I really had hoped that, they would have pried and really questioned a lot of things that the councillor for Cedros had said, and also the mayor. If the media had pried and really asked those hard-hitting questions, it would have brought a lot of truth to the surface. So maybe in the future, the members of the media, I'm not bashing them. I really love you guys. But you need to ask these people some really tough questions.
All right. So if you were me in my situation, now remember, they are my media colleagues. You can say what you want. I trust CNC3 News more than any other media house.
Okay.
You know why? Because they kind of take a position that I just take, in the sense of they just give you the news. Hey, so and so upon.
Make a decision.
This is what it is.
Okay.
Now, if you listen to the reporter, she did not speak in a definite that hey, Victor Roberts is or cross the floor. She said, the mayor said, and the mayor did say,
maybe you should try to get the mayor on the program. Maybe you should try to get the mayor on the program.
There people go stole me. Let me show you something. Is it easy, boy? Yeah. Is it easy, boy? Let me show you this, boy. Is it easy, boy? Yeah. Is it easy, boy? Yeah. Is it the stretch on that 41 people? No way was it.
I believe you should try to get the mayor on the program.
You think so?
Yeah. You might be surprised. You might be surprised.
You want a number for him?
Yeah.
Leave the number.
Okay, I'll do that.
Leave the number for me. I will call him here. And find out from him here if
he's willing to be interviewed.
Yeah. And why would he take the position of saying that a man who has declared within the chamber that he's independent, right? That he's a PNM. So because you're independent means that you're a PNM? And that's something that the mayor has to answer.
He has to answer, yeah. He has to
answer that.
No. I won't attempt to.
And because a man vote for the PNM, does that make him a PNM?
No, he may agree at that point in time with the PNM's position.
Okay. But if he doing it all the time?
As I indicated, there were times that he did not vote with us.
No, I just asking. If I am I declare I'm an independent
person.
But everything the PNM come with I voting PNM.
And it could be that the PNM's position is the correct position all the times that you supported it.
Okay. But then when you listen to some of his videos too, he really leans against the UNC, yeah?
Okay.
So on one hand, he could be saying that he's independent. And do doubt me, because I can show you a video now.
No, I'm not doubting you with regards to Mr. Roberts, because in the past, Mr. Roberts has attacked me as an individual. Yeah.
He attacked me too.
Right, so I
guess I suspended for 2 weeks because I
so I with his current position posturing, he indicates that he's voting on conscience. So, and like I said, in the past he blazed me.
But somebody is saying something here.
What is that?
Read that statement there. So CNC is reporting false news, saying that Victor Roberts crossed the floor, and now I am here. What? Now I'm here. Now I'm what? Now I'm here from
the guess that this is not so. Going forward, I will have to take everything I hear on that station with a pinch of salt.
All right. So can we clear it up again? Because apparently the person.
No. Well, again. And I will go through the statements. He was selected by the UNC to be an alderman in the Siparia Borough Corporation.
Yes.
After his selection, he was appointed by our EBC. Right. We had the swearing in.
Right.
I don't know what transpired amongst that team, but he declared openly that he is an independent alderman.
In the chamber.
In the chamber, okay. Yeah, independent alderman. And he has been voting based on conscience. So that is where we stand right now.
That's where you stand. That's where we stand.
Yeah.
So all right, so we're taking some calls. We could take some calls in the meanwhile while we have the conversation.
Yeah, brief. No problem.
You sure?
Yeah.
You're comfortable. I don't want to hear uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, it's my first time with your station here. So far it has been pleasant. I hope it remains pleasant, and I don't have to ask anyone to withdraw their statement.
Oh gosh. So we taking some calls on 464-7003. 464-7003. So Texa, the question that you're asking or you're seeing, now CNC3 is reporting what the mayor said. The mayor said that in his view, the mayor believes that Victor Roberts has crossed the floor. That is what the mayor believes. So when CNC3 reported that Victor Roberts crossed the floor, what CNC3 is really saying is what the mayor said. Am I right?
That is correct.
I could be a lawyer?
Yeah, you put it across very well.
Thank you. So we're taking some calls on 464-7003. 464-7003. All right. So we have Councillor George with us, and Councillor George with us, and he has to leave in a short bit. So if you want to call in, you should call in now. 464-7003. 464-7003. All right. So I want to play it one more time, just in case the person who listening now join in and didn't get to hear what the reporter said.
No problem.
The Siparia Borough Corporation erupted in chaos today, ending with Deputy Mayor Shankatilax Singh being escorted out of a public health committee meeting by police. It follows this heated exchange with the chairman. The incident stemmed from a debate over drainage issues in Capitaville Cedros, with the PNM-led committee ultimately voting to have Tilak Singh removed from the chamber under the standing orders. Siparia Mayor Dudnath Meru told CNC3 News the chairman had the authority to remove Tilak Singh because the PNM now holds a majority of votes. Meru says the balance of power in the corporation shifted after Councillor Ramona Victor was killed last November, and UNC Alderman Victor Roberts crossed the floor to the PNM, giving them a 7-5 majority in the corporation. Public Health Committee Chairman Anton George says Tilak Singh's removal from the chamber was necessary because he failed to respect the authority of the chair.
We are about service to all. Again, I reiterate, he could have been suspended according to the standing orders for a maximum of 40 days. In the first instance, he could have been suspended for 21 days. And we did not do that. We just asked him to remove himself. I do not know why the member is continually saying that we suspended him. He was asked to be removed from the meeting. He called for a division was taken, and members voted for him to remove himself from the meeting and cool himself and come back. But he chose not to.
But Tilak Singh says he was simply representing his constituents and was treated unfairly.
The Palaseco councillor became the chairman under questionable circumstances, again, which the council was hijacked in our statutory meeting when our sister had passed away and the seat became vacant. And hence the reason why these questions arise of his intention, right? I was suspended only at the public health meeting where he chaired. The only person who can suspend a member, right, via motion, it is the mayor.
CNC3 News reached out to local government minister Khadija Amin about the incident.
Yeah, listen, I have a question for you, and I realize I didn't ask that question. So how you overthrow the, or you a bully? How you just take over the people and thing just like that?
Could you retract that statement, please? I am not a bully.
I'm sorry, sir.
All right, thank you very much.
I just, just trying to understand from the context of what the gentleman is saying, that you became the chairman under questionable.
Yeah. So let me deal with that. Again, this council has a credibility issue. He went with the passing of with Councillor Ramona, who was a dear friend of mine, despite being on opposite sides of the political fence. Right? That created a vacancy, The standing order states, let me see if I could quote it directly also, because again, this is our guiding document, the standing orders, right? The standing order speaks to a vacancy arising, and with that vacancy arising, nomination and voting must take place, right? I can't get it right now, but it was not questionable circumstances, because we quoted the relevant standing orders at that meeting, which the mayor attempted to install one of the UNC members. So it goes like this. Councillor passed away the Sunday. We had council meeting the Wednesday. At that meeting, the mayor, seeing the obvious distress that members of council were in, attempted to install a UNC member to take over the committees that the former councillor once had. At that point in time, our alderman got up and objected, and the majority of council was like, yo, one of us just passed away. This is not the time for us to be doing this or playing politics. You know, let's compose ourselves and move forward. The mayor proceeded and he nominated the very same councillor for Cedros. And everybody was like, no, we are not going to do this today, and we object, especially against that individual being the chairman. And you know, as a lot of things are jogging back in my memory here now. That councillor, at the beginning of every year, after we have been installed, so the election was in August, we were installed in September. So every September, you have to name the chairman of the various committees. Last year, 2025, that is when the mayor and that same councillor were going through their issues. When the mayor named him for committee, he refused. He refused to be a chairman of a committee when the mayor named him. Subsequent to that, there was a to-in and fro-in, and they had their issues dealing with. So the mayor named other persons in the committees that he wished to give to that councillor. As time progressed with the passing of the councillor, the mayor offered him a committee again, and everybody was against it. The Wednesday after that, the subsequent Wednesday, we had our meetings and a vote was taken, and I was nominated as the chairman for public health. The mayor moved the vote from me to the councillor for Mondesi, and I won the division, and I was appointed chairman of the public health committee. Right? There were also two other committees that needed chairman, and in that, the vote for those two committees, Alderman Roberts abstained, and the mayor exercised his casting vote, right, as chairman, and installed two UNC members to chairman of those committee. So that is why I can't tell you. I can't say for sure if Mr. Roberts crossed the floor or not. He's not in our caucuses, but again, sometimes he votes for the PNM position, sometimes he abstains, right? So like I said, there's a question you have to ask him. But questionable circumstance, as the councillor indicated, that is the furthest thing from the truth. We went through the process according to the standing orders of the Siparia Borough Corporation, and a division was taken, and I obtained the majority of the votes, and I was installed as chairman. So, questionable. Let me leave it like that.
All right. I know that you said you wanted to leave at a specific time, and I would have liked to get some calls from Palaseco and from anybody who living in the Siparia area, how they feel about all that is happening. All that is happening, and a lot is happening in that community. But before you leave though, and I know you have to leave, I said it to you, I believe that you all are holding the trump card of freedom for Trinidad and Tobago. The SOE will have to stop. An election could call, right? And you all can free us from this bondage. You all have the trump card, but you all have to sit down, as you said rightfully in caucus, and come up with a strategy of how to free Trinidad and Tobago. You'll have to come up with it, because I'm telling you straight up, brother. When you based on what you're telling me here, clearly the Siparia regional corporation, the Siparia Borough is in a mess. You all Borough Day coming up, Borough Week. I don't know if you're having a Borough Week, Borough Day, Borough Month.
Yeah.
But you all have celebrations coming up. Right? With the UNC not having a majority, you all could have a big part to the decision making. I feel this is somebody from your community. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
And good afternoon to your councillor. Very informative program. One thing that I would like to hear from the council, what is your views within the corporation pertaining to the reduction and, funding for different,
Did you all get a reduction?
No, there was
Well, I don't know if they got, but what I'm saying is that I know sometimes when you're in a what do you call it, a council that would have gotten areas or whatever cases. Yeah, there might be some view within other why the other councils the other what do you call it so would have gotten less money and all kind of thing.
I get you.
Just something about if it had any kind of thing in the background, yeah. Okay, good. Thanks.
Thank you. So what do you call the question, right?
Yeah, I got the gist of the question. So with regards to releases, right? The issue with Siparia Borough Corporation is that there was an increase, but the majority of that increase, if not all, went into the scavenging vote, garbage collection, because we have a serious deficit there.
Just cut it. All corporations, everybody have a problem with that, you know?
Yeah. There is difficulty in obtaining releases from the government, right? From central government. We have to apply for what is budgeted for. The budget division within the Ministry of Local Government would approve, then it would go to Ministry of Finance, and then they would approve, and then it would have to come back down the line. And that process is very slow and cumbersome. And I would have thought that being a UNC corporation, so to say, that we would have had the funds flowing a lot easier, right? But it seems that there is a cash flow issue within the country, and they refuse to acknowledge it.
What are your thoughts, though? Because I think the caller also wanted to hear your view on your colleagues from Port of Spain, Diego Martin, Tunapuna, San Fernando,
who receive cuts.
Who have received cuts? How you feel?
No. That is.
And let me tell you something, yeah. Port of Spain is really affected, really bad, by these cuts, where garbage collection is concerned. They are doing their best to try to keep that city clean. On a morning, from 4 o'clock, they're washing down that city. There's some of the compactors, they try their best to see how they could clean up, pick up the garbage. But as the caller wanted to know, what is your view? How do you feel about your colleagues going through something like this?
One could never feel good about the burgesses or the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago being disenfranchised because of your location. No one can feel good about that. And you are being disenfranchised, discriminated against because you live in a particular location, or the location that you live in is not controlled by the government of the day. That could never be right. No one could feel good about that. Right? So I sympathize for my colleagues because I know they are doing yeoman service under difficult circumstances. We all try to support each other, bounce ideas off each other to see how best we could make it work. But I do really hope and pray that the government of the day sees the error of their ways, and you are elected to serve all, not just yours, all.
I hear you. But again, to me, as I said to you before, you all have the trump card. It's how you all use it.
We'll see how things unfold in the near future.
Because there are a lot of other things that are going to be coming up.
Yeah.
As I tell you, you all have only Borough celebrations coming up. Right? You all have a lot of other things that are coming up.
Like we said, I told you off the air, I'm not one for the spotlight.
Right.
But I am one to work for people. And based on how things may be going in the future, we may be having more conversations.
Beautiful. And I'm glad that you're saying that, because I want you to, before you leave, just read this statement here.
Yes, they must develop a fantastic strategy to create a proper foothold in the region so as to take charge of the Borough Corporation. Thank you for your comment, Ms. Myers.
Right. So, to those of you on the live, you can put your thumbs up. You can say how you feel about the Mr. George being with us today, Councillor George being with us today from the Siparia Borough. And he came to clear the air and give you all, and let me tell you straight up. The majority of people who are on the live here now is PNM. So is your PNM people you're talking to,
okay,
who genuinely happy to know that you came to give them the perspective on what is really going on in the Siparia Regional Borough Corporation.
Thank you all for logging on. Thank you all for viewing. Feel free to visit my social media pages also. Anton George for Palo Seco. I'm on TikTok and Instagram also, and Facebook. So feel free to visit. If you like the videos, you can like and share. And you will see, because one thing that in this whole issue that happened Wednesday, a lot of persons reached out to me and they were like, Councillor, we know that is not your normal disposition. That short clip attempted to paint you in a very negative light. That was their intention. But that was, it was comforting that so much people reached out to me and said, hey, we know that is not your normal disposition. For you to shout at that individual had to really press some buttons, right? And it was not myself so much I was defending, I was defending the chair, and I want to stress on that. I was defending the chair. Whoever sits on that chair, whether it be UNC or PNM, needs to be respected. And that is why I took the position and was supported by the members who voted for his eviction. I want to say thank you very much for inviting me and having me. Thank you once again to the Mayor of Diego Martin for giving up her time slot for me to be here. I want to thank the listeners, the viewers, for logging on and supporting Pastor Google's program.
And you see how much people on the live.
Yeah. I have a lot of viewers. Man.
You understand?
I was about to say something, but I remember you told me those are your media colleagues. But
no, go ahead, no,
I was going to say you almost have more views than some of the local TV stations.
Oh my goodness.
but it was a pleasure being here, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak the truth and show people what the standing orders are.
Well, at least you get one call, and as I said to you, this is not usually my time slot.
Yeah.
But at least you got one caller who called in and would have been able to look.
Yeah, I see.
Right? At least somebody called, one caller called in and would have, engaged you.
Yeah, yeah.
As I said before, this is not normally my time slot. But just if the fact that they came on, just to hear your truth, says a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you got a caller before you run out. Hello, good evening, good afternoon.
Good evening, Tony Councillor again. Sorry, I had a call back in. I wanted the Councillor view, and I know before PNM lost the election, they had a thing was to empower the corporations or collecting. What the Councillor view on, if you think that will be something that could be revisited? I don't know. I know the government may not want to do it, but what is his view on that? Where the corporation would have collect the taxes and get more money to do the work that they're supposed to do in the corporation. I thought that. Thank you.
All right, let's look at parliamentary reform.
Yeah, thank you for your question. Actually, that would have been wonderful in my opinion. It would have been easier in terms of collecting your own revenue and being responsible for the disbursement of it through projects and salaries and wages. The only issue with it, which may, or in some people's eyes, be a serious issue, is the accountability factor. But I believe that we would have been able to put safeguards in place, proper auditing, regular auditing, and also stringent processes through the OPR to ensure that we do not, that the system is not abused. Because there is always, some people believe that they can always stick their hand in the cookie jar, right? But if we put the right safeguards and policies, procedures in place, I believe if they attempt to put their hand in the jar, they wouldn't be able to take it out when they hold the cookie.
And that's why I appreciate the procurement process.
Yeah.
That's why I appreciate the procurement process. All right, so to those of you on the live, I want to say thank you very much for joining me. I don't keep Councillor over his time. I promised him 1:30 he'd have been out of here. So again, I want to say thanks very much to all of you for joining me on Constructive Talk. And remember, this evening at 6:30, the People's National Movement will be holding their town hall meeting this Friday, 6:30. The topic will be the SOE, and you're seeing who are the speakers. We just move the ticker tape so you will see the Honorable Keith Scotland,
Sanjeev
Budu, Mr. Larry Lala, and I still haven't been able to get a young lady name.
Yeah, I'll keep on.
But I'll get it for you all. All right, so see you all there. Make sure and come and ask questions. There'll be an open mic for you guys to come and ask your questions.
Could I request a song as you leave, sir?
What song is that?
I want to hear Don't Forget This Is Trinidad again.
I was going to play my little partner there. Pastor Jamal Bright, my best friend.
Yeah. Don't forget this is Trinidad, people. Don't forget this is Trinidad.
I started to run when I scope out my country. I walk by a gun, ole, 'cause that is what they promise we. A lot's going on in the sun, so I come here to bring wisdom, so we don't burn down. We lovely society. A new government has the assignment to put we country into alignment. But every time they read us with their ego, it's the vulnerable who feeling that below. Lord, is it ignorance or is it arrogance? I don't know what to call it in this instance. Look at paradise right in front we eyes, but we still want to talk about who we despise.
Tell me where else can we go?
If we start to mash up the good things we know.
Tell me where else can we go?
If we treat we traditions like a papi show, you could fix everything on we island. Put gunships on we back like a tyrant. You could put 10 radars all up Scarborough. But don't forget,
this is Trinidad.
We love we freedom, and every citizen will agree that no oppression will be accepted by our Trini. We come from long days on the ground, working hard until daylight come, so we'll see it wrong to be a financial donkey. Cause every day we see a new taxation that causing a new kind of sufferation. And when you don't create that irritation, you send police to fix with desperation. Lord, where's the common sense? Where's the true intent to make you think oppression is relevant? Don't be shocked, my friend, when we start to bend and you see them placards in front of the parliament.
Tell me where else can we go?
If we little children are not free to grow.
Tell me where else can we go?
If they try to ban the words in the calypso, you could try to stop social media or the taping of police murders. You could rewrite a bill like this also. But don't forget, this is Trinidad. Take one look around. Even lingo and all could see confusions in tongue. And it's affecting everybody. Politicians and Facebook trolls. Even Kaisonians lost their role. The world's upside down. And I'm worried for my country. Cause every day I see victimization, racial and social aberration. We saying is love need to go wrong, but we spreading this thing like a toxin. Man, things getting so tense. Some can't pay their rent, and the effect of this feeling permanent. But what scares me though, just so that you know, is the money we about to borrow.
Tell me where else can we go?
If the IMF start to pull we toe.
Tell me where else can we go?
If we toilet paper start to run too low, you could stress out the CPEP worker. Take a fool and make him a leader. You could change every board cause it's your show. But don't forget, this is Trinidad. I know it's good intentions. We Prime Minister have for we, but brutal measures would only cause rebellion in TNT, like what caused Cambule in times of old. And it's so the story unfold. It's that rebellion that give we people identity. So careful how you deal with we intellect, cause DNA remembers every aspect. Not every time we cry it's just politics. Your mind could start to play you some dirty tricks. Look, remember that honor comes before minister, and that's why we give you so much power. So don't let us down and don't let us frown. We need to see a 360 turn around.
Tell me where else can we go?
If your promises that look untrue,
Tell me where else can we go?
if your own voters losing trust in you, you could do what you want with what intent? You could bar talk the independent bench. You could change the country that we once know. But don't forget,
This is Trinidad.